On The Young and the Restless this December 26th, tensions are set to rise as Daniel Romalotti challenges Nick Newman in what promises to be an intense showdown. Fans of the show have seen Daniel and Nick clash in the past, but this time, the stakes are higher and both men are in for a fight, though not in the typical physical sense. This episode is all about power struggles, family dynamics, and personal agendas, making it one of the most anticipated moments of the week. The tension between Daniel and Nick has been building for a while now. On the surface, they both seem like they should be allies. They share a mutual connection through their families, and they both have strong ties to Genoa City. But when you dig deeper, it's clear that these two have a lot of unresolved issues. Over the years, both Daniel and Nick have struggled with their own personal and professional battles. However, the conflict that's about to unfold centers on much more than just old grudges. It's about their ambitions, their values, and their roles within the Newman family. For Daniel, the issue seems to revolve around his father, Danny Romalotti, and his relationship with the Newman family. Daniel has always had a complicated history with the Newmans, especially Victor, who is often viewed as a dominant force within the family. While Daniel has earned his place in the world, his struggle to find his footing within the Newman orbit has been ongoing. On the other hand, Nick has always been a more prominent figure in the family business and has established his own influence. Nick's position as the good son and his role as a leader in the Newman empire has sometimes caused friction with Daniel, who doesn't always agree with Nick's methods or priorities. This episode will likely see Daniel challenging Nick over control of certain decisions within Newman Enterprises or another key aspect of their personal and professional lives. Daniel has always been fiercely independent and isn't afraid to push back against authority, especially when he feels that Nick or the Newman family is overstepping their bounds. Daniel's frustration with Nick may stem from a belief that he's been overlooked or undervalued, both in the business world and in his family's eyes. While Daniel may not have the same level of power that Nick has within the Newman dynasty, he's no stranger to making waves when it comes to standing up for himself. Nick, for his part, has never been one to back down from a challenge. Though he may not always be as ruthless as his father, Victor, Nick is certainly a formidable player in the business world. He's always been driven by a need to prove himself, and his loyalty to the Newman family is unquestionable. However, Nick's approach is often more emotionally driven, and that's where he and Daniel tend to clash. Daniel's challenge could put Nick in a position where he has to decide how far he's willing to go to maintain his authority and control. Will he use his influence to shut Daniel down, or will he take a step back and consider Daniel's perspective? The stakes in this battle of wills go beyond just business rivalry. Daniel's challenge to Nick is also deeply personal. It's a reflection of their different approaches to family dynamics and power struggles. Nick has often been the golden child in the Newman family, the one who can do no wrong. Meanwhile, Daniel has always been the outsider, the one trying to carve out his own identity while dealing with the shadow of his father and the powerful Newmans. This dynamic is a core part of their rivalry. Both men have their own personal motivations for their actions, and this challenge will force them to confront not just each other, but their own internal conflicts as well. As fans watch this showdown unfold, there's likely to be a lot of emotional drama and suspense. Will Daniel succeed in challenging Nick's position, or will Nick's dominance continue to go unchallenged? And, perhaps more importantly, how will their confrontation affect the Newman family as a whole? With so much at stake, it's clear that this episode will set the stage for even more intense developments in their ongoing rivalry. In conclusion, the December 26th episode of The Young and the Restless promises to be a thrilling one, with Daniel Romalotti taking on Nick Newman in a challenge that goes beyond business and delves into their complex family dynamics. This battle is one that fans won't want to miss, as it could have major implications for both men and for the Newman family as a whole. Keep an eye on this episode, as the fallout from their clash could reshape their futures in Genoa City.